Sat Sri Akal. Happy to be with you once again after a gap of around, I think, 7, 8 months. And it's always a pleasure to interact with you and present in front of you the initiatives that the corporation has been taking place, over a period of time. And many of you are, with us for the last 18 years, and you have more than 18 years, in fact, so we would be celebrating 20 years, look at it, of commitment to India, right? And many of you are aware, when we had launched way back in 1998, and you have clear understanding how we have, taken the leap from one level to the other level. Very quickly, I'll take you through, before we get into the main event, for which Anisha ji is also with us. Very quickly, I will take you through the macros. Look at it, the philosophy continues to be the same. We are an organization with which we started Sat Sal Pehla, which is helping people live better lives. Look at that, and we continue to build up on that. And we are largest direct selling company in India, operating in more than 100 countries and territories. ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ 20 ਸਾਲ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਕੰਪਨੀ ਨੂੰ ਜੁਆਇਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿ 100 ਦੇਸ਼ ਵੀ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ in the globe, so and this footprint is in so many countries, and we are still growing, right? And we have 17,000 employees working with us across territories, ranked as the world's #1 direct selling business in 2017, and 450 to zyada high quality products that we deal with. One of the very important things that you have to really see is, and we take pride in again and again speaking to you, is the research and development facilities that we have. So we have more than 800 patents, and work continues, and 240 jede patents they are in the pipeline. 100 laboratories. 100 laboratories spread across the geographies, and 15 manufacturing and processing plants. So you'll see in my following slides, so how we started and where we are today as far as India is concerned. In India, we are #1 worldwide within the Amway parlance. We are 7th largest direct selling affiliate for Amway worldwide. And I will request Sonia to just go there, so we do not map ourselves only with the direct selling, but if you look at the FMCG parlance, we are amongst the top 15. And it's a great honor for us because most of the FMCG companies have been there, for 30 years, 40 years, and they have created a name for themselves. And within a short span of time, if we are there, it speaks a lot, not only about what we do, but also what our direct sellers and we consumers of our products, how they have accepted us. 1998 ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ 2018 20 ਸਾਲ ਦਾ ਸਫ਼ਰ ਕੁਝ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਰਿਹਾ. We started with 6 products. Today we have 140. We didn't have any manufacturing plant. We used to have the third party manufacturing, and we have today one manufacturing big facility in Tamil Nadu, which came up at the expense of 600 crore rupees investment. We used to have only one warehouse, which used to be in Nagpur. We used to call it National Distribution Center. From there, we would feed entire India. Today, we have 20 warehouses spread across India. And we used to service, initially, when we started, way back in May 98, we had only 2,000 PIN codes that we started with in order to do the home delivery services. Today, we service 11,000 PIN codes, almost entire India. And if you look at the geographical spread of Amway business, in India, we generally measure ourselves region-wise because socioeconomic and geopolitical situations are different, culturally it is different, response is different. But Amway's acceptability, has been so balanced because it talks so much about the kind of products and the kind of opportunity that we are, between 24 to 27. It is the spread across 4 regions. The footprint looks something like this on the guide map of India, from 5 centers to 140 stores in 2018. And we continue to work on that. So this is a quick glance of the brands that we are dealing with, and which is very interesting, So one particular brand that we are talking about today, and Anisha would be, supporting us and presenting in front of you how we have taken those steps. But very quickly, I'll take you through Nutralite. Look at the Nutralite. Majority of you are aware of that, and I will not be surprised if many of you are using it also. or someone in your family, we are world's #1 direct selling vitamin and dietary supplements brand. And look at our philosophy there, best of nature and best of science. And Artistry is another brand which we take pride in, is world's top 14, just a moment, is one of the top 10, super premium, largest selling skincare brands. Attitude is something which we have developed in India over a period of time. This particular brand has got very, very high level of acceptability, and we continue to develop within that. In addition to that, all the other brands, if you can see, you are very familiar with that blister. Something that you start using once, you will never discontinue. I still continue to get the questions, why you're so expensive? And before I start answering, I also get the response from the same individual, be it from the friends from media. So they say, लेकिन एक बात है, एक बार हम यूज करना शुरू कर दें, फिर उसको डिसकंटिन्यू करना मुश्किल हो जाता है. So third-party manufacturing, many years back when we started, we have our own manufacturing unit now in Tamil Nadu. Which came up with the investment of 600 crore rupees, and we are LEED Gold certified by US Green Building Council, very, very esteemed organization to measure the quality of the manufacturing units across the world. This is what certification that I'm talking about. Say it is a person-to-person selling. Says that okay, person-to-person selling means either you know an Amway business owner or Amway business owner knows you. या तो वो आपको अप्रोच करें और या फिर आप अप्रोच करें. And then there is a huge segment who said, but I don't know anybody and nobody who is an Amway business owner knows me. So there were two findings here. One is still there is a huge potential. आप इतनी population में अगर किसी Amway business owner को नहीं जानते हैं, it means अभी potential तो बहुत है. But the second finding was that people they keen to use Amway products. They have heard so much about it. We said, why not to come up with, a program which would allow a person who wants to consume Amway products.
Amway mein, we have two beauty brands, right? One is Artistry, which is a global beauty brand, and one is Attitude. And today we are going to focus our conversation on a new launch that has happened in Attitude. Now we all know that India is one of the youngest countries that we have, right? I think it's the youngest country in the world. So जो youngsters हैं, they may not have a lot of spending power in terms that, possibly a 35-year-old or a 40-year-old has more spending power. But the size of the youngsters, when I say youngsters, I mean, let's say an 18 to 25-year-old, is so much. The sheer numbers are so much that they become a big population size. They cannot be ignored. For a beauty brand or for probably any brand in India, you can't ignore them. And Attitude very squarely focuses on the needs of the younger people. So Aaj, why are we here? We are here to launch the Attitude Be Bright Herbals range. So the whole thing is about go trending, go herbal. Why that? Because I think what Chima also spoke about कि जो ingredients हैं, जो हमारे पहले लोग यूज करते थे, तुलसी है या एलोवेरा है, हल्दी है, चंदन है, these have a lot of positive connotations. सब लोग मानते हैं, सब जो यंगस्टर्स हैं वो जानते हैं कि ये चीज़ें बहुत अच्छी हैं, बट कहीं उनके मन में ये भी है कि ये हमारे लिए नहीं है. ये ऐसी चीज़ें हैं जो हमारी माँ यूज़ करती हैं, हमारी नानी दादी यूज़ करती हैं, वी आर टू ट्रेंडी, हम यंग लोग हैं, हमारे लिए नहीं है. तो एफिशिएंस है, काम करते हैं पर हम नहीं करना चाहते. So they only want things which are in trend, right? वो हमेशा वैसे कपड़े पहनना चाहते हैं जो सब लोग देखें, वैसे प्रोडक्ट्स यूज करना चाहते हैं जो सब लोग करें. So we said कि कैसे हम ये जो ingredient stories है जो उनके लिए भी important है, बट कैसे हम उसको नए तरीके से present कर सकते हैं. And Attitude Be Bright Herbal is our attempt to do just that. So what is it that we are launching? We are launching 3 products. We are launching a face wash, we are launching a day cream, and we are launching a night cream. Now Be Bright is our subcategory under Attitude which targets brightening as a proposition, and इसमें Be Bright Herbal में we are targeting a dual proposition. So we are saying it's not just for brightening, ना ये सिर्फ brighten करता है skin को, but it also gives this thing from pollution. We just spoke and we said pollution is such a big thing, right? आजकल अगर आप newspaper देखिए तो हर एक जगह it's only pollution. Now pollution अंदर सिर्फ इम्पैक्ट नहीं करता, स्किन को भी इम्पैक्ट करता है, राइट? स्किन इज द लार्जेस्ट ऑर्गन. अगर आप देखिए तो सबसे ज्यादा स्किन एक्सपोज होती है जब आप बाहर जाते हैं. एंड ऑल दैट पोल्यूशन नॉट जस्ट टेक्स द टोल इनसाइड योर बॉडी बट स्टार्ट्स टेकिंग अ टोल आउटसाइड. एंड फॉर यंगस्टर्स You know, this is a range which has been developed. Attitude is a brand that has been developed for India. So जैसे मैंने कहा कि Artistry is a global brand, it is sold in 100 countries worldwide. But Attitude is a brand because when it was launched, it was felt कि Indian consumers have their own needs. उनकी स्किन टाइप अलग है, उनकी नीड्स अलग है, तो उनके लिए ब्रांड बनाया जाए. And it has been developed in India for India. And obviously this range also has been a lot of testing, lot of research has happened with the Indian youth to say कि क्या launch किया जाए, क्या उनको चाहिए, and it has been developed for India. Obviously, like I said, ये जो herbal का भी काफी trend चल रहा है, which is all on ingredients, and this trend is not just in India but everybody. आजकल अगर आप ब्यूटी इंडस्ट्री में देखेंगे तो सब लोग इंग्रेडिएंट्स की बात कर रहे हैं, तो कैसे हम उस इंग्रेडिएंट स्टोरी को इनकॉर्पोरेट कर सके. एंड ये मैंने आपको बोला, अब ये लैम अपील क्या है? लैम अपील है लुक एट मी. बेसिकली मीन्स द सेम थिंग जो मैंने अभी बताया कि जब एक यंग कंज्यूमर अपने बैग में से एक प्रोडक्ट निकालता है तो वो उसके बारे में क्या कहता है, राइट? बिकॉज जो यंग कंज्यूमर्स होते हैं वो उनको बहुत फर्क पड़ता है कि उनके पियर्स या उनके जो दोस्त हैं या उनकी फैमिली उनके बारे में क्या कह रहे हैं. Back with the consumers, checked again and again to say that they make sense for that person and that person is happy accepting it. So why for this? So we all know that जो youngsters हैं वो घर पे तो बैठे नहीं हुए, उनके बहुत बड़े बड़े ड्रीम्स हैं. they are all out and about. वो स्कूल जा रहे हैं, कॉलेज जा रहे हैं, नौकरी कर रहे हैं, सब कुछ करना चाहते हैं. But when they go out, what happens? Pollution takes a toll on their skin, right? वो उनकी स्किन खराब होती है, सब होता है. बट शुड दे सिर्फ घर पे कि सब छोड़ देंगे, हमारी स्किन खराब होगी, हम घर पे बैठेंगे, ऐसा तो होगा नहीं. बट वाई कांट दे चूज बोथ? वाई कांट दे परस्यू देयर ड्रीम्स, डू ऑल दैट दे वांट बट स्टिल हैव स्किन दैट वर्क्स फॉर देम? सो वी वेंट एंड आस्क्ड देम व्हाट दे वांट. ओके, सो शुरू यहाँ से हुआ कि वी ऑल थॉट दैट वी हैड. सारे हर्बल प्रोडक्ट्स होते हैं मार्केट में, कई बार वो बहुत ही गंदे स्मेलिंग होते हैं और वो दिखने में ब्राउन कलर के लगते हैं. अब द यंगस्टर सेड कि बहुत अच्छे हैं, वो अच्छे होंगे पर हम ये नहीं लगाना चाहते. यू नो, डोंट गिव अस प्रोडक्ट्स लाइक दिस. टेक द इंग्रेडिएंट स्टोरी, जो हमारा बिलीफ है इन इंग्रेडिएंट्स में, हमारा जो विजडम है, टेक दैट बट पुट इट इन अ फॉर्मेट जो हमें लगाने में ऐसा ना लगे कि यार हम क्या लगा रहे हैं. So that is what they meant by pleasant sensorials in convenient and appealing formats, which means that अगर आप देखेंगे तो हमने फेस वॉश लॉन्च किया है, डे क्रीम, नाइट क्रीम. These are the formats that work the most in the facial skincare category. आपका फेस वॉश is your number one selling, your moisturizers are number two. So we wanted to do it something where they are familiar with. And they said with lamb appeal. So it has to be trendy, it has to be youthful looking, it cannot be very old fashioned. So like I said, this is a range that is paired with two things. It is paired with pollution defense as well as the brightening story. मैम पूरी डेवलपमेंट में, अब रिसर्च में तो जितना मतलब पूरा it's taken more than a year for us to year and a half for the ideation to, and this was very fast tracked. मतलब सब लोग लगे हुए थे to make it happen as fast as we could.
It's a herbal product for Indian market, so basically the Indian prices are there also.
Yes.
What kind of prices?
It's the same as Be Bright. This thing starts from 365, I think, for the face wash. And that is what it is. So it's line price. मतलब हमने जो हमारी attitude की pricing है, हमने उसके साथ ही रखा है उसको.
Some products are a little higher on the pricing range.
Yes.
To make something for this Indian market.
So attitude products are a little. So अगर आप देखेंगे artistry है वो बहुत ही super premium है. So there the pricing is very different, but attitude is made for the Indian consumer, keeping the prices in mind. And जो अभी नई range है, it is the same way. मतलब it is launched in comparison to the attitude range, which is lower than artistry to cater to the Indian consumer.
My second question
हाँ
is
जी.
herbal products are very, it takes too long to, react on skins. Basically Indian skins, what we've been using to the other products in the market itself. So how come like Amway makes something special? So how come they gonna react to it?
See, we have done enough. So the R&D team has done enough testing to ensure that हम जो बोल रहे हैं, जैसे if there's a claim of 4 weeks to fairer looking skin, that claim will hold. So there's no, मतलब हम वैसा कुछ नहीं कह रहे जो हमें मतलब हमने टेस्ट नहीं करके बोला है. So I think the R&D team has done enough research on the ingredients, on their benefits to come back. अब जैसे मैं आपको बायोसैकेराइड का बोल रही हूँ, pollution defense का, that is a known, मतलब the fact that I'm standing here and saying this is because it is there.
You have enough of testimonials along with you right now. Actually, still customers are waiting actually, but do you have the testimonials?
See, we've just launched this, sir. So अभी ही launch किया है, तो अभी that's why we've just launched and we are also waiting and seeing the reaction. जैसे अभी in less than 2 months we've already done 5 crores of sales on this. But we are also waiting and seeing the reactions कि लोग कैसे react कर रहे हैं, क्या कह रहे हैं, अच्छा कह रहे हैं, नहीं कह रहे. Because कभी भी आप नया product launch करते हैं तो एकदम से हमें पता है हमने क्या, but लोग कैसे react कर रहे हैं. It takes a little time, right? It's very new. You'll have to give us some time to come back to you and say how it's really doing from a consumer perspective.